Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. Today we have a special treat. We have Ho-Tem Ra here from Lazy Squire Games' new Stormsunder tabletop game, along with a couple of little accoutrements that go along with him. But Ho-Tem Ra here is one of the bosses that you can face in the base game, and rather than give you some kind of fantabulously amazing paint job, which I doubt I'm actually capable of, I thought we'd show off something that is a little bit more manageable. So instead of going all fancy highlighting and shading, I thought I would go with basic color blocking and show you something you could whip up in a reasonable amount of time. So Ho-Tem Ra here is quite the large model. He clocks in at about 80 millimeters, and he is just chock full of details, much like a lot of the other models in the game. Now, I have no idea what to do with the back detail, so I just threw some gold paint and called it a day. I believe I was actually trying to channel some kind of inner Thousand Suns paint job, but it's been a while since I had to paint any of those, so I don't know. I was living vicariously through his overt Egyptianness, I guess. He's got this funky little, like, not a skull. Well, he's full of skulls back here, but he's got like this kind of snake serpent face going on with his armor that he's wearing there, and all these crazy tendrils. I'm not sure what they are exactly. I painted them up like they were kind of some kind of energy swirl or something, as the magic is rising up along with all the undead dudes on his base here. I tried to paint his face, but it is really hard to see due to the shadows in there. See if I can line it up a little bit, but it doesn't make a huge difference, unfortunately. But there's just a lot of detail going on. He is quite impressive. And I'll be honest, it was a bit overwhelming at first. What I did was I just went with a base kind of magenta coat and just worked my way up. Lots of silver in here. And then a nice, what did I use? Almost a beige for the mummies, and then a quick rusty copper for their armor, and then lots and lots of Agrax Earthshade, or like a dark wash, because that's half the fun right there. Now, I believe that the little environmental objective style terrain markers are actually going to be part of one of the expansion boxes. These are the urns and one of the altars. But again, they still have that same level of detail that was prevalent in Ho-Tem Ra himself. And again, I was incredibly overwhelmed and actually had to go look up jars, canoptic jars, I believe they were called, just to get a good idea of how to paint these things. There's no definite answer as to whether I painted them correctly or not, but again, I wanted to go with something that was simple and easy, so again, I went with a nice beige, I think it was a dark sand from Vallejo paint, and just worked my way up. Lots of shading, lots of Agrax washes, and a little bit of dry brushing on top with the exact same color to help bring out the details. I think it gets the job done as I spin it in my fingers there. The altar as well. And I think that's one of the cool highlights of this game is not only there's a lot going on, but the fact that we have a very strong Egyptian vibe. And if you play Tomb Kings or anything along those lines, I think there's going to be plenty of interesting models that are going to be included in the game to sample from. And honestly, I'll tell you what, if this is what's indicative of what's going to actually be available in the game, and again, this is just a prototype, it's a single piece, it's, you know, who knows, I'm just going to be honest, I'm going to be overwhelmed. This isn't even the biggest model that's in the game. I mean, there's even bigger stuff. That frightens me. It genuinely frightens me, because it was bad enough having to get this painted. I racked my brain. But again, just getting a couple of different models in here to give you guys a good size indication. And like I said, this is one of the bosses, but he's not one of the big, huge, epic ones. He's big. Like I said, about 80 millimeters, but not the biggest included. And who knows what's going to be in store for us in terms of stretch goals. I'm going to put a link down below if this has piqued your curiosity. Hopefully it has. You can take a look down there and check out their Kickstarter campaign, which starts today, at least as of the time I am uploading this video. It just started, and hopefully, if it's something up your alley, you'll take a closer look. I know I will be. With that said, this is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures. Say thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you back here soon with more fun stuff from Lazy Squire. Like my Wild Assent. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, I'm getting impatient. I really want to paint it and play it. So we'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.